I'm live, I'm live, I'm live, I'm live. Oh, what a great week, you guys. We had a terrific week. I need to turn this down. Oh, that's too loud. Hey, Soaring Seaward family, I am live from my parking lot. And I am on my way home, but I'm going to stop at the grocery store first. Ooh, that sun. That doesn't help. I'm going to stop at the grocery store first and pick up some lamb so that we can celebrate my first week. Oh, it was terrific. Okay, so I need to get going. Hey, how cool is that going live anywhere? I know, right? Okay, so I'm driving, and if you would do me a favor, when other people come in, just let them know that I'm driving and I can't talk. I'll see you at the grocery store, though, and I'll tell you about my day as we go. So, I can't believe it's Friday. That went so fast. It was so good. I learned so much. It's so good when you're a teacher. You know, I'm a 22-year vet. Been in the classroom on and off for 22 years. It is so good when you actually are learning something. Now, usually that learning comes with challenges, and that's why you have to learn, right? Of course. But being able to have the tools and the resources and the experience to figure out which direction you need to go in order to serve your students, that's really, I will say that when I was a new teacher, if I had problems, I didn't know how to solve them. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the experience. I didn't know how to, if a kid was acting crazy, I only had one tool, and that was to do what my mother did, which was to yell at him. Well, you know, there's no, no, don't yell at the children, because anybody will tell you, any mother will tell you that child is somebody's baby, and you have to think about that baby as your baby, even if you don't have babies. Now you do. You're teaching, you have babies, and they may be kindergarten babies, or in my case 14-year-old babies, but they're somebody's baby, and for that period of time they're mine. Would I want my own child yelled at by a teacher? Heck no. I mean, there are times you got to get their attention. Right? Oh, come on, cars. It's a yellow light. Let me go. Thank you. So at times, you have to get the attention, and that's usually when you're getting the attention of the whole class. But even when a kid is spewing all sorts of ugliness at you, to raise your voice at him is only going to or her. Most cases, in my case, most of the time, it's girls that escalate, not boys. Boys just go, ah! And then you're like, really? And they're like, sorry. Right? Sorry. Doesn't matter. I don't care what background they come from. They always go, oh, sorry. Girls are like, I'm not going to do that. I will get loud. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I just wait. But girls have a lot more stamina. I'm telling you, girls can go on and on and on with their escapades, and if you escalate with them, they could go on for hours. Boys, sorry. So, yeah, I learned a lot this week, and that was really good. It was stimulating. It made me do my job better. Oh, these roads are terrible. You're going to shake around. Made me do my job better because there was a lot more work to be done. And I'm a workhorse. I always have been. If there's a lot of work, if something is difficult, I'm going to like dig in. I'm going to dig in and get it done. Get her done. I'm going to dig in and get her done. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, you guys, I am going to do this. I may lose some of you. I may gain some. Oops, blinker would be nice. Oh, is there any parking? Oh, yes, there is. I am going to go into the store, pick up some lamb chops in celebration of a really good weekend. And I'll let you see the store and people passing by because, well, you'll actually end up upside down. So I will be right back. Please do not go anywhere. I promise I will be right back. It's good to see you. Who's here? Who's here? Hey, hey. Good to see all of you. Virtual World Eats Plus More. Hello, hello. Okay, you guys. If you want, you can share out the live. I will be right back. Talk to each other. I keep looking at the wrong camera. Talk to each other. I'll be right back. Sorry. Hey, sorry about that. Sorry. Yes, we were buffering. I got Kavita and let's see if I can come back to you guys. I'm sorry, I won't do that again. That was dumb. It's too busy. Don't go to, there's too many people on the Wi-Fi. I totally get it. My favorite probiotic drink that you can buy, Kavita, Mojito, lime mint and coke. Yep. Whenever I get under a canopy, that's what happens. Canopy of trees. Right now. So, end of the week, lamb chops. It's just a really bad time to be live streaming, I think. Okay, let's see if we can get down Summit Avenue without buffering again. Now, if I can get... I should have taken the other way home. Anyway, so I got to get off the street. As soon as I get off of Summit, I'll be fine. Bufferington, buff. Kicking it with Karen beyond buffering. Oh, no, I can go. Okay, whoops. So, yes, end of the week. Woo! Yes, I had success. I am so proud of myself. I have learned two very, very important lessons. I'm turning here. I'm getting off this street. Two very important lessons. First, relearning. Two very important lessons. First, if you give active ninth graders time without activities, they will find something to do in that time. And it won't be your activity because you didn't plan it. Something I could have taken just right away from my middle school experience. So 3 activities with a 4th in the hopper. 3 activities with a 4th in the hopper every class period. This is going to take some real planning, some real serious planning. I'll be okay with that. I can go. I will be okay with that because it's the only thing the only way I'm going to be able to survive that class, and those kids will be able to thrive in my classroom. So I will survive and they will thrive if I have 3 exercises, 3 activities, and 1 in the hopper. And this is all for 47 minutes, remember. 47 minutes. I have to have 3 activities and 1 in the hopper just in case we get done. So, my other classes, they were really happy today to just chill and do 2 activities. We started out with a journal reflection of the week, which the writing was incredible. The honesty was incredible. And then after they were done journaling, which they journaled for 10 minutes, 200 words in 10 minutes, that's the minimum. I'm done saying a half page or this or that, because a half page, what do kids do? They write bigger, right? Half page means they write bigger. So 200 words is the minimum. I did get kids who actually counted their 200 words and stopped at 200 words. It didn't matter if they were in the middle of a sentence or not. And I was embarrassed because I went into the wrong class, and then they said 200 words. It's like, oh my. Okay, you did the minimum. All right. But yeah, so after 10 minutes, then they got the rest of the hour to read an independent choice book with no activity attached to that. So all they had to do was read for pleasure. So 3 classes like that just went by. Each hour just went by. Boom, boom, boom. Those kids were just, they have the wherewithal, but they have the skills to be able to do that and self-direct. They can self-direct, and if they didn't want to read that book anymore, they had common sense to come ask me and see if they could take a book off my shelf, or if they could read a magazine, or if they could read on their phone, which I'm not going for that this year. Today it was okay, and I told them though, oh God, there's canopies of trees, so we may buffer again. I told them though that, in the future, there is no reading on the phone or the iPad. I'm not doing that this year because you don't comprehend as much. The research says that even though you're reading the same amount of words, there's so many distractions that can happen with an electronic device while you're reading that you're not really comprehending as much. So I want my kids to hold their books. I'm going to sign up for the library. I hope I can get in 3 of 4 days next week so I can have each class go in and, oh, come on, please let me by. Each class go in and pick out books. We have a really good library in our school, so a lot of brand spanking new young adult literature. So exciting. So exciting. So, yeah, so that's going to help my difficult class because none of them brought books today. Then the thought was, wow, Karen, showing your whiteness, aren't you? Showing your privilege, assuming that every kid could get their hands on a book. Not true. Got to bring myself back to that middle school framework and to that, to the reality that many of my kids live in, that books are not available at the ready. That has to be planned. So next week we are going to, oh, somebody's smoking outside. Oh, I hate that. It comes right through the vent, right? We are going to go to the library, and I'm going to make sure every child, from whatever background they come from, they have a book in their hand that they like. And we're going to read a book every 2 weeks. They are going to read a book every 2 weeks because they're going to get reading time in class. At least my struggling learners, my reluctant learners are going to get reading time in class every class period, at least 10 minutes. At least. I think we're going to journal the first thing when we come in. We're going to read, and then we'll do a mini lesson, or I will do the mini lesson in there somewhere. But they are going to read and they are going to write. They didn't have a problem writing, but not one kid brought a book. Just showing my privilege, thinking that all kids would have access to books, and I felt really bad about that. So what that meant, of course, was for those 10 minutes that they were supposed to be reading, I was trying to get them to, I had 10 minutes of wasted time. I had 37 minutes of good time, but 10 minutes of wasted time. And that's, that's what this learning is about again. the needs are so great. It's not, the needs are so great that for me, wasting 1 minute is a disaster. For me, that's a disaster. So we're going to cut that down to 0 minutes by doing my strategy, 3 activities and 1 in the hopper, which is my middle school theory. It's my middle school plan, always, always, always. So we're going back to that. That's what we're going to do. And my co-teacher is able to find different ways to enter into the lesson. She's a really good person for differentiation. I have not had to differentiate much in the last 6 years. So it's really nice to have a co-teacher who knows how to do that. I have one in the chat. It's probably me. Hello, hello. Thank you for staying. It was all the buffering. What a waste of time. Anyway, I'm glad you all came through. I'm still here. I'm on my way home. The dance class. Okay, I was going to talk about my girl. This is her 4th time in my class, her 5th year with me. She taught today. Yep, she brought something for the Pep Fest. And I'm like, I'm not all about that. I'm sorry, that's not me. That's not me. I do concerts. I said, but you can do the Pep Fest. How about you choreograph for the class? Well, don't you know she came back with some choreography. Now, it was, she was ready. She was ready. She stayed up last night and made sure that she had the counts right, that she had everything going right. And so I did the warm-up, and I handed it over to the student. I handed it over to the student, and she just took it from there. She taught both classes because she is a TA in one of my classes, and she's a student in the other. And actually, she just dances the whole class, so she doesn't do the TA thing. I don't believe in the TA thing. Teacher assistant. I don't believe in it. Anyway, so she taught both classes. Her leadership skills is so funny. It is so funny when you think you're looking at a mini-me where she's like, I need some energy! I need some energy! Come on, you guys! Yeah! I'm like, huh? That's my husband. So she did a great job. She got 2/3 of the way through the choreography. We essentially auditioned some students for the Pep Fest, and of the 75 I'm teaching, she chose 22. So she'll pull those 22. It's like 12 from one class and 10 from another. She'll pull them. I'll either keep them in the classroom or I'll go to the stage or whatever. Anyway, she'll pull them and she'll work with them. Hey, I am so the buffering like that won't happen again. I will not take myself, check classwork, yes, I will not take myself to a grocery store and leave you guys running again. That doesn't work, and obviously nobody was interested. So anyway, I had a great last day of the week. I will have a video coming out on Sunday. So the way my schedule is working, I will be doing more Sunday and Tuesday rather than Tuesday, Thursday. It's impossible. It's impossible for me. I just realized that. And hopefully drop a 1-minute video here and there. So thank you. Thank you for being with me all week. It's been a pleasure, and I really appreciate your time. So take care. Thanks for trying, especially those of you who left after I was buffering. Thank you. I'll see you later. Bye.